Another good day's work, really the same agenda that we've had the last several days. Just working on our football conditioning, communication, both verbal and nonverbal, skills relative to our positions, and just trying to become more situationally aware. In certain circumstances, the rules of the game change, how you play, lines to gain, and so forth. And so we'll always be chasing that in terms of working to capitalize on those moments. And capitalizing on those moments is first understanding them and your roles in them. And so just from that perspective, I thought it was another good day. Got guys continuing to work back to us that have been on some of those day-to-day lists, and that's a positive thing because obviously sand's running through the hourglass. I'll pause and open up for questions.
Mike, what's the latest on Will Howard? I noticed he's wearing the brace a little bit less.
Yeah, he's had some positive reviews, meeting with the hand specialists. We've increased his level of activity. We've altered the brace that you mentioned, and so he's moving in the right direction in terms of full participation very soon.
Mike, when you talk about coverage people, as you have throughout camp here, is Brandon Echols one of those guys, and how can he fit into that group?
I think he's had a great camp in preseason. He's been highly competitive. He's played top down. He's kept the ball in front of him. He certainly is an asset to us. We'll get more detail in terms of how we're dividing the labor up as we get closer to game week.
Those points that you mentioned, the nonverbals, the communications, things of that sort that you mentioned in your opening statements, how specifically have they been applied to the secondary, and how has that come along here as you get ready to unveil that for the regular season?
Feels really good, and that's why it was important to maybe get them in the stadium there last week. It wasn't about how much they played, but just getting them in the stadium and letting them do that under the lights. And so, but I feel real good about the process, about the progress. We got some new people, not new to the National Football League, but new to us. And so getting on the same page is a major component.
Mike, what do you like and not like about the cohesion of your young offensive linemen, the guys that you guys had starting for pretty much most of the camp?
You know, I just think it's progressing. I don't know that I've looked at it in terms of likes and dislikes. For me, it's about seeing daily progress, both individually and collectively. And largely, when you take a step back and look at the trajectory of the group through development, it's been moving in the right direction.
Mike, do you still judge the quality of a camp or a preseason at the end of the regular season?
Always. Certainly, I make some notes relative to the here and now, our ability to stay healthy and, you know, have functional days in the midst of battle and weather and so forth. But largely, the evaluation of the process comes based on how we perform over the journey.
Mike, what was the level of competition you feel like you got for spots, whether
as I mentioned when we checked into Latrobe, I thought we had a really good 90, and I think that's the key component of having tough decisions. We felt really good about the 90. The 90 confirmed that with the quality of their play and competition day in and day out. So certainly we got some challenging decisions to make.
Like when you don't have a group that works together, like offense, defense, you haven't had all your starters, you see them work every day. Do you feel confident in what you're getting, or is there still a little bit of I'm going to kind of see what we get on week?
You can trick yourself into being confident. You can hide underneath your desk. I don't worry necessarily about how I feel, the emotional component of it, because it's just that. It's about putting these guys in position to work individually and collectively and being urgent about that work. And understanding that everybody's got the same number of days, and the answers to those questions, those bills are going to come due in a short period of time.
How's Alex Highsmith progressing, and where does he kind of stand in his return?
I like his level of competition and participation. I think he was almost a full participant today, and so it's moving in the right direction.
Mike, you mentioned urgency. Have you seen it to the level that you like, and how does it manifest itself during practice?
I could always use and want more, certainly.
You anticipating Nick to be available for week one?
Who's that?
Nick Herbert.
Don't know yet. We'll know as we get closer to it.
What spots are still being considered or discussed the most as you get down to the 11th hour here?
All of them.
As far as your punting competition, do you feel like you've got two quality guys there no matter which way it goes?
Certainly, and felt that way at the beginning of the process. That's why I expressed it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.